many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Owls offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making it work.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
He'll try to do it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Clemson Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Jackson will throw, using the quick game. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're testing the right side here. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Quickly complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They're trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He wants to pass it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now 2nd and 10. Hands it off. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Now from inside the red zone. Scrambling away. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Shoots it to the left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And the defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Kennesaw State has a chance now on first and goal. He's got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Touch pass on the run. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for us.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
14, Clemson, 0.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Jackson going to throw it. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Finds his tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
They're setting up the screen. On the move at the 30. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Trying to find his man on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down.
And the catch and run into the end zone. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This offense has a second down play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Newton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle. It's Galladay. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down.
Great job by the offense. Being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Jackson will throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get...
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He'll do it himself. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Jackson gonna throw it. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. And he's loose and take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 39 to Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. At the 35, he's got room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Offense working from the pistol. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. First down to start the drive after the break. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Firing to the right, complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, man. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being out.
The give from the gun. Got room at the 35. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. They really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Trying play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Ready to fire from the pistol. The lone back's got it. And just plowing down the field. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Give to the running back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. They'll try it on the ground.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part and the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potential again.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up, but you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.